What if the biggest sign you're meant to be with someone isn't how perfectly things work out, but how impossible it is to completely let them go? That idea alone challenges everything we're taught about love, because we're used to thinking that meant to be should feel easy, smooth, and effortless. But real connection, it rarely looks like that. It's not about constant texting or always being on the same page. It's not about perfect timing or grand romantic gestures that solve everything. The truth is much simpler and much harder to accept. When two people are truly meant to be together, life can pull them in completely different directions, and somehow they still find their way back to each other. But getting there isn't pretty. There are moments when everything falls apart. Misunderstandings grow bigger than they should. Silence replaces communication. Pride steps in where vulnerability should be. And sometimes, despite how much they care, they walk away from each other. Not because the love wasn't real, but because they didn't know how to handle it at that stage of their lives. Sometimes the timing is wrong. Sometimes the emotions are overwhelming. And sometimes growth requires distance, even when it hurts. Here's where things start to feel different. When something isn't meant for you, walking away eventually brings relief. You heal, you move on, and life continues without that constant pull. But when it is meant for you, walking away feels unfinished, like a story that stopped in the middle. You can try to move on. You can meet new people, build a new routine, even convince yourself you're over it. But then something small happens, a song, a memory, a quiet moment, and suddenly they're back in your thoughts like no time has passed. It's not just that you miss them, you miss who you were when you were with them, the version of you that existed in that connection. And here's the strange part, they often feel it too. Because when a connection runs deep, it changes you. It leaves a mark that doesn't disappear just because circumstances changed. This is where most people misunderstand destiny. They think it means everything should work out the first time. But real, lasting connection isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about growing through them. And the one thing that consistently brings two people back together isn't loneliness or desperation. It's growth. Time has a way of reshaping everything. The ego softens. The same arguments that once caused distance start to make sense. You begin to see your own mistakes more clearly. The things you couldn't admit before now become obvious. And while you're going through that transformation, they are too, separately, quietly, and without any guarantee that your paths will cross again. Until one day they do. It might be something small, a message you hesitated to send, a random encounter you didn't expect, or just a feeling that becomes too strong to ignore. But when that moment comes, something feels different. There's less tension, less confusion, more clarity. Because now it's no longer just about attraction or chemistry. It's about understanding. It's about choosing each other with awareness, not just emotion. And that's the real shift. Destiny doesn't mean you don't have a choice. It means you can't keep running from what's meant to shape you. Life will keep bringing lessons and sometimes people back into your path until you either grow into them or finally understand them. And one of the most powerful truths is this: if two people are truly meant to be together, the pull won't exist on one side forever. It might not be perfectly timed, it might not feel equal at every moment, but eventually both people arrive at the same realization. That's when pride fades. That's when excuses stop. That's when someone reaches out, not out of weakness, but out of clarity. Because real connection doesn't rush. It doesn't force. It waits until both people are ready to meet it fully. And when they finally do, it doesn't feel chaotic or overwhelming. It feels calm, grounded, certain, like returning to something familiar but stronger this time. So if you're questioning whether someone who left your life is meant to come back, don't focus only on the separation. Look deeper. What changed in you? What changed in them? Has life kept pulling your paths closer even when you tried to move on? Because when something is truly meant for you, it doesn't just survive distance, it evolves because of it. And when it comes back, it's no longer just about feelings. It becomes a conscious decision, a steady, intentional choice to be together without confusion or fear. That's the moment when destiny stops being an idea and becomes real, lasting love. And if this made you reflect on your own story or reminded you of someone you can't quite forget, stay connected. There's a lot more here that might help you understand what you're really feeling and what it all means.